Oh man, so it's okay. So Bleach 686. I mean, I've stuck with Bleach for a long time. I even reviewed it at a while, and then I dropped it because I felt like Bleach just wasn't going anywhere at a certain point. But I've always stuck with it just to want to see the ending, and the time has finally come. A lot of people are been waiting, been staying up to see this ending, and it's here. And it's definitely not something I wanted to happen. I'm a big Ichigo and Rukia fan. That went down the drain. That just crashed and burned. And all those videos, all the, all the like, oh yeah, the support, everything about Ichigo and Rukia and how they're meant to be, Fade to Black, the movie, like all that shit out the window. It's friendship. That's what it is. That's what that special bond they have. It's fucking friendship. And that's fine, I guess. I really can't stand Orihime, but, I understand why people like Orihime and Ichigo, and, not all my ships are going to go down like a Naruhina. So, it is what it is, but in this chapter, I think that was the one thing I wanted to know what was going to happen, and what I got Rukia and Renji going to Ichigo's place, and I fucking knew it right there and then. This bitch, not just kidding. I knew Ichigo was basically with Orihime at that point. I'm like, God damn it. Oh, it's kind of weird though, going from one chapter to this chapter, and Rukia was, a captain, and all of them are going to where that Juop's last remaining power is. So I thought that Rukia would go there too, and Renji, but nah, they fucking show up to a little fucking barbecue at Ichigo's, they show up to Ichigo's place, and everybody's watching Chad on the TV. It was great to see Ishida. I was kind of disappointed that Ishida was just on the rooftop watching this show that Chad's in, which is kind of funny. Chad looks like nothing like Chad. His hair is slicked back. Chad's a superstar, basically. But yeah, Rukia and Renji go to Ichigo's place. We find out that Ichigo has a kid with Orihime, named Kazu. I think that's how you say it. We find out that Renji and Rukia have a kid, and I think her name was Ibai. So we see those two actually engage in the conversation at the end, which, I'll give it this. I like the design for Renji and Rukia's kid. I think she looks cool. I like, Ichigo's kid looks like Ichigo. And Ichigo himself has grown older, and Kubo did the Naruto look where he has short hair, which I fucking do not like Ichigo's look. I don't like Ichigo's look. His little older self look. So the one fucking problem I had too was we don't Kisuke Urahara, we don't see what happened to him. We don't see what happened to Yoriichi. Like, what happened to those guys? We don't. I was pissed. Like, where is Urahara in this chapter? Where's Urahara? No Urahara. But you can only throw so much in this chapter. It's like 32 pages. So we find, I think I saw a video of For Never World saying that the future of Ichigo and Juop there's gonna be a future, like they're gonna be fighting. Juop's it's gonna be like a future like thing, and that was somewhat that was definitely in this thing, because we see like a little black matter, and we see Kazu, Ichigo's son, like kind of grab hold of it. So when all the captains came, all that power disappeared, and Kazu kind of just like absorbed the last of Juop's power. And you see Aizen like do a little monologue about courage and all that shit. And then at the last chapter, you see what's his name? Aizen back of, I believe that was Kubo, back of Kubo, just a little fun there. At the very, very last page, unless it was fan art, but I think it was the last page. So that's basically what the gist of the chapter. I mean, ships have been confirmed. Ichigo is with Orihime. Renji is with Rukia. It's sad to me, like, but you have to, it is what it is. I mean, people, like I said, some ships are gonna, somebody's gonna have to lose, and I lost out. I lost out with Ruka and Ichigo, which is okay. People who love Orihime and Ichigo, that's fine. With me, as long as I have Narahina for life. So I got Narahina, which is awesome. And I really do like Rukia as a character, but Ichigo, I felt like his character just so went downhill towards the end of this series. So if I had to say anything for the last chapter and how it tied up everything, it wasn't a train wreck that I thought it was going to be, but it's still, like I said in my last video talking about Kubo and his process being rushed and stuff, it's still a bad ending. It's still an ending that Bleach fans, you deserve better. Everybody deserves better. Everybody deserves better for sticking with Bleach for so long and then get an ending like this, because I still feel like Drop was so rushed, that whole battle. I still feel like there's still characters out there that kind of want to know, like, in a process of what would happen to them. Everything just felt super rushed, and there is maybe a possibility there could be a sequel later on down the line. Doubt it. Don't think that's ever going to happen. But it is what it is. And it's just sad to see that Bleach has ended so quick like that. Which I believe it should have ended a long time ago, but it didn't. That wasn't the case. So the real question is, would you recommend Bleach to newcomers? And I would say no. It's sad, but I would say no. And Bleach was actually a really, really good series. I mean, especially in the beginning. After the Aizen fight, the Hukumono, not Hukumono. After the Aizen fight, it started just going downhill. After Hukumono, there was a lot of like the full shitters there, that whole deal, and then just going to Joab, the war. I mean, the war itself was, I wish it was just dragged out a lot, and that was a problem with Kishimoto as well with Naruto. But I can't recommend it, because my thing is, like, you could start very slow and not very good, but then, like, you start getting really good as we go on. And then in the middle, right? You start slow in the beginning, but you could be really good in the middle. But your ending has to be solid for my recommendation. And this started really, really good. Started to slow down towards the middle. And the ending was just terrible. It was terrible. Like, if you look at the last 3 chapters, terrible. I mean, this chapter, not a train wreck, but still not nowhere near good. So, there's some good elements in it, but it just never, it's gonna feel rushed. And that's exactly what I felt when reading this chapter. Is like, this is fucking, like, this is sad, but this is so rushed. From, if you read the whole series and then just went, what the fuck? Is there more material before this? What's going on? So, I can't recommend it. I can't recommend Bleach, and honestly, I'm probably gonna switch out the Bleach volume to something else for the Loot Crate, because I can't give that to you, Rumi. I can't give you that to Rumi. You have 1 volume of that, and then, it's, I mean, they're great. The Soul Society, the Rescue Arc is fantastic, but this ending, it's not worth it. It's not worth reading all these volumes and then hitting to this end. But I think people will like this chapter. I think some people will like this chapter. I think some people will say, it's a nice little wrap up, which I'm saying that this is not a complete disaster, but it's just looking at it and knowing all the element, like, just seeing the bulk of the series and then getting to this ending. It's just not what we deserve, and that's fucking shame. So I want to thank you guys for listening. I want to thank you guys for sticking with me on some of the Bleach reviews that when I had them out. If you're an Ichigo and Rukia fan, I had a video saying, should you be worried about Ichiruki? And exactly, I knew it towards the end. You just really felt like, yep, it looks like Kubo's pushing that Orihime and Ichigo route, and that's exactly what happened. I love Ichigo and Rukia. It's just sad that, there's a lot of videos were out there just like trying to prove it, just like Naruto and Hinata, and the whole Sakura thing, that thing. I think Ichiruki was just as at one point was just as big, and the debate going on, but the debate's over. But I felt like everybody just at this point were like, this is rushed, and even Orihime and Orihime and Ichigo fans, I think they would have liked a little bit more material before hitting the canon. Orihime and Ichigo, but I will give it this. I like the kids' designs. I think both kids look great, and I think there could be a possibility, man. There could be an awesome possibility for a future sequel, but I doubt that's ever going to happen. I don't think Kubo and Shonen have that relationship anymore. It's done. I mean, I think Shonen is done with Kubo, and I think Kubo is done with Shonen. So, thank you guys for listening. I'm Dan American Dan Sun. Like the video if you like it. Comment below. Love to hear your guys' thoughts. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so Bleach is over. Bleach is over, and there's other manga that's out there. So, it's a cycle, man. Just because a lot of big titles are leaving, like Naruto, Boruto's still here. They're still milking the shit out of that. But a lot of big titles are leaving. More will come, and more greatness will come. So with Bleach, at one point it was great and it was considered the big three, but it just faded out and it just sizzled out at the very end. So thank you guys for listening. See you guys later.